Disclaimer, if you want to be miserable, follow all the steps given in this video, and if you don't, just do the opposite. By the way, I don't encourage any of the bad habits shown later in this video. Hello everyone, my name is Adrian and I will be doing the first ever recap video of 2021. Isn't that exciting? What we will be looking at today is Nathan's message from last Friday that was entitled Misery and Lost Hope, Masterclass by Nathan Orphan. But today, I will be presenting to you Misery and Lost Hope, Beginner's Class by Adrian Charbonneau, because obviously I'm not a master yet. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Don't enjoy this video because I want you to be miserable. Well, that's the point of the video anyways. This video will be broken down into 3 parts, just like Nathan's message. How to maximize misery, how to be constantly worried, how to lose hope. With careful application of all these things, you might even become one of the most miserable people to exist. So let's start with the first point. Part 1. How to maximize misery. So for this part, Nathan showed a 365-second long video. By the way, if you want to go and watch the whole video, the link will be in the description, hopefully. Moving on with part 2. How to be constantly worried. Start by watching the news and make sure you do it constantly. Why, you ask? Well, let me explain. Around 90% of all news is negative. That's a statistic you should be worried about. Then you should compare yourself to others because that's a great way to get worried. Also, let yourself get tossed around by your emotions because all the previous points should make you stressed and emotional. After this, Nathan brought into play a weapon that can be pretty dangerous or useful depending on your point of view. Social media. Spend all your time on social media. The all-in-one. Get more negative news, more comparison, and even more screen time. Isn't that amazing? Well, more like something to be worried about. Then we go on to see what type of vision we should have of the future in order to stay worried. That being the one where things can be very good, very bad, or somewhere in between. But make sure to focus on this bottom part where all the stuff is bad. Finally, always blame others for your circumstances and be sure to complain a lot. This last point is pretty self-explanatory, but I should probably mention that blaming others means that it was never your fault, because if it was, you could do something about it. Part 3. How to lose hope. For this part, Nathan showed us 6 verses that were each about how not to be miserable and on how to have hope. But since we want the opposite effect, and for the purposes of this video, we want to do the opposite. So all we have to do is take one of the verses, like this first one, Romans 10 verses 11 to 13, read it, and then find out how to gain hope in order to understand how to lose hope.
As scripture says, anyone who believes in him will never be put to shame. For there is no difference between Jew and Gentile. The same Lord is Lord of all, and richly blesses all who call on him. For everyone who calls on the name of the Lord will be saved.
In this case, it says that we will not be disappointed if we put our hope or faith in God. So in order to lose our hope, we have to place our faith in people. Challenge alert. As I was producing this video, I came up with a small challenge for all of you. I will put the remaining 5 verses with the points we can take away from them in order to lose our hope on the screen. The goal of this challenge is to match the verses with their appropriate points. The answers will be put in the comments or in the description in the maximum time of 1 week after this video uploads. There's one more point though that Nathan mentioned for this part. This one without a verse. The point, devalue everything that is good. And the explanation, God created the world and said that it was good. So, for us to devalue everything that is good, we have to destroy it. That makes me feel miserable. Final thoughts. Now we are adventuring into uncharted territory with my own thoughts on the subject, because I've already covered most of what Nathan has spoken about. I would say that the 3 main points shared in this video make a loop. Maximizing your misery will make you constantly worried because you will be anxious. Being constantly worried will make you lose hope. Losing hope will make you even more miserable, and this loop keeps turning until you die. Just kidding, but misery and lost hope is a pretty important subject, especially if you or someone you know is stuck in this loop. The understanding of this subject will most likely help you at some point in your life, and even others, to gain good habits in order not to be miserable. In conclusion, dislike, report, and leave a bad comment, or not. Thanks for watching.